Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of Primark makeup. So I'm going to start off with this primer water from Primark that is only €3. So this is exactly like a setting spray. You just spray it all over your face, which is what I'm going to do. So it does smell really nice actually. I don't know if a lot of you would be happy about that, having a scent in your spray. I'm just going to dab it down so that it dries down. It does feel very nice on the skin. It feels very refreshing. Just making sure that it's soaked into the skin. Just dabbing it in. So it does feel quite nice actually, and it smells nice as well. But I don't know if a lot of you would be happy with that smell. There's a scent in it. So now the next thing is I'm going to use foundation, and this is called My Perfect Color. Complexion Perfector, light medium coverage, dewy finish. And it says there's SPF 25, which means it has sunscreen in it. I don't know how much this is. Again, I'm going to guess that it's between, I'd say about €5. No, I don't have the prices here, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over my face. Yeah, it is a really light shade. It does say it's a BB cream, so it might not look it on the screen, but it is quite light. If you put on a second layer, it would probably look full coverage, but on a first layer, what did it say again? Light to medium coverage. Okay, so it doesn't say full coverage, it says light to medium, which is what exactly is. I would say that is exactly what it is. It's not full coverage, in that I can still see some freckles. There's still some redness as well, so it's not completely covered. Yeah, this foundation doesn't have a good smell either. It smells like kind of like paint. It's definitely not the right shade for me. I'm going to finish applying the foundation, and then I don't have a setting powder, so I would just continue doing the next step, which would be bronzing, blush and highlight. I don't have a concealer either, so I'm just going to apply the foundation onto my eyelids. So I think that's it for the foundation now. It's not terrible really though. It did its job. It did what it was supposed to do. I definitely have the wrong shade. Just gonna blend this onto my ears so that my ears don't look a completely different colour. There you go. So the next thing I'm going to do is think I might do my eyebrows next. So this eyebrow pencil was $1.50. Sorry, this has been a bit difficult to open. This has actually been really difficult to open. This has been really difficult to open, and it's just, oh my god. I'm trying to use the scissors to help me. It's not going very well. This is actually so difficult to open, and thank God I actually had scissors here next to me, because I never would have got this open without the scissors. So the pencil itself anyway is like, it's a sharp pencil, and I got like a light brown shade, and that kind of shade usually would suit me. So okay, so I finally got it off after all that. So it has the pencil, it has the spoolie on one side, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush up my brows. Okay, so now I'm just going to start applying. So it's actually very pigmented. I mean, look at the difference from this eyebrow to this one. So I would definitely say go in with a light hand. Definitely this eyebrow pencil is not bad for $1.50. I mean, it's very pigmented. It's gliding on fairly easy. Yeah, it's very waxy, and it is coming off very easily just by wiping it. So I'd say it will move around a lot. So you would need to set it. I am so surprised by how well it is working. It is so pigmented. But at the same time, it is very, very waxy. Okay, I think they're actually matching, thank God. So I'm just going to put the cover back on that. So that pencil is actually not really bad for 150 as well. So that was the eyebrow pencil. I'm going to go in with bronzer next. And this is the Bronze Glow Matte Bronzing Powder, and it was €3. So this is it. That's what it looks like. It's €3. Okay, give me a second because it's been very difficult to open. Oh my god, it's so it just feels like it's really stuck in there. There we go. I got it open with the scissors again. If you were a person doing this with long nails, it would take you ages, and it would take you longer than me because it's so difficult to open. Okay, so I'm just going to bronze up the face. Okay, so definitely I feel like I've gotten a bit of colour back into my face now. Thank God. Because I was just looking dead there for a while. Okay. So definitely I should really be going in with a light hand with this bronzer because it is very pigmented, but it's very orangey as well. However, I'm really glad that it is because it's adding some colour back to my face. Because I am just looking as pale as a ghost. For €3, this bronzer isn't bad for how pigmented it is, and it's actually blending out as well. So like that blended out really well, and it's applying fairly easily. I just think it is a bit orangey, but that's the only bad thing that I can say about it. But it's blending out pretty easily. I think I might just take this small eyeshadow brush. Put a bit of the bronzer on it to get, first of all, so I can snatch my nose a little bit, but also to put a bit of colour back into my face. It's so, that was definitely the wrong foundation shade for me. But it's really hard to chiseling my nose now. That looks so good. I'm going to do my blush now. So I need my blush brush. So this is the Cheeky Peach Blush and Highlight Palette. That's the outside of it, €6, and that's the inside of it. So the difference in this blush palette, right, is that there's one blush with shimmer, one blush that is matte, and then you have a highlight over here. So I'm going to go with the matte blush, because as always, I don't like blush that has shimmer or highlight in it. This blush definitely is pigmented. There we go. I was thinking first, is it coming up? But if you just look at this side compared to that side, you can definitely see it. I think I went in with a bit too much at first. I'm just going to take this powder brush. Go back over to cool it down a bit, because I think I went in a bit too much. I like that I'm getting a bit colour back in my face now, because it just went. That was definitely the wrong foundation shade for me. Or at least now it just looks highlighted in this area rather than looking like a ghost all over my face. So I mean, you can always go into the shimmer blush if you wanted to, and go to a bit of the highlight as well. That actually is a really nice highlight. There you go. Yeah, it's literally just there. It's not a really big bright highlight, but it's just a very natural looking highlight. There you go. As I said, it looks just very natural looking highlight. It's not too much. So that's it for the blush palette. The other thing that we have as well is we also have this highlight palette. And the thing about this palette is that you could use these as your bronzer, this is your highlight, and this is your blush. So I'm going to go in with that blush as well next. But I'm also going to take some of the bronzer. Okay, it's not looking too bad. So now I'm just going to take the brush. Still using this palette. I just took the one from down here. Now I'm going with blush. So yeah, but this is a blush with shimmer in it. But it's not looking too bad. There we go. So now I'm having a really nice glow, looking healthy. So now I'm just going to go in with this highlight up here. It's quite a white, icy highlight. Yeah, there we go. That's adding a really nice highlight now to my face. Yeah, that's a really nice highlight. There we go. So that is a nice highlight. I'm liking where this makeup look is going. Because instead of looking like a ghost like I was at the start, I'm starting to get some colour back into my face and looking glowy and healthy. So what will I do next? So I don't have too much left to do. I just have eyeshadow, mascara and lips. So this is the eyeshadow minerals palette. This is what it looked like on this outside. It was €6. This again is like your neutrals palette. So this inside, there's not a great colour mixture, if I'm honest. I might just do a neutrals look. So I'm going to go in with this shade here in my crease. There's not a lot of colours to choose from. The palette is very kind of flimsy. I'm going to have to take my powder brush again in a minute and go back over where I put the highlight, because I think I went in with a bit too much of a heavy hand, and now you can see it there and there, like it's a bit too much. So I'm just blending that shade out. There is a lot of kickback though on this palette. Even when I'm just dabbing my brush in it, there's a lot of fallout. It's taking a while just to build it up. I might go in with this orangey shade, see if it will come up orangey or brown. Yeah, in the palette it looks a bit orangey, but it's coming up a bit more brownish. So I'm just taking my time to build up the colour, going in with a light hand. I'm just blending it. Okay. There isn't a lot of shimmers in this palette. And there's not a lot of dark colours. There is just like a dark colour over here. I'm just going to pack that dark colour into the crease at the edge, blend it upwards as well, and leave it there. I'm just going to do the same with this side as well. Just pack it on at the edge and then blend upwards. Okay. There's not a lot of shimmer shades, so I think I might actually just leave it where it is and just leave it at that in my eyes. And now the next thing that I'm really excited about is this is False Lash Queen mascara. It's $3.50, but I think it's meant to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I mean, just look at the packaging. How much do you think that looks like the Better Than Sex mascara? And then when you open it, take it out, that looks exactly like the Better Than Sex mascara. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this on. It's a really thick wand. So if you don't like thick ones, you're not going to like this one. I am layering this on a lot, but I don't find it's done actually much difference really if you compare it to the other side where I have put on the mascara. I think they were trying to go for a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara, but if I'm honest now, it's actually working out that the Better Than Sex mascara is actually better than this. I had to go in with a lot of layers just to get it to where it is, and I just put it on my cheek. Great. So it's not a terrible mascara. I mean, you know, I mean it did add mascara to my lashes, but other than that, I wouldn't say it's a dupe. It did add a little bit of something, but not a whole pile. So I definitely wouldn't say that it is a dupe. So now my last step is just lips. So I got this lip kit, and it's the matte collection. And it's called, the shade is called Riot. It's a dark plummy purple shade. Now, so here's the colour. So I'm going to line my lips. Okay, so I'm just going to line my lips. So the lip liner itself, it's not bad. So I only just opened this, it's broken already to the point where this comes off. But it's already broken. I never used it. I never even used it, and this is just taken out. As well as it kind of smells bad. When I did the video on the Lion King collection, even though I complained about the size of those bullets that they came in, they didn't smell as bad as this. I'm going to take a wipe to clean up around the edges before going out my lipstick. Just going to go in around the edges, and that just made so much more of a mess. I'm going to go in with the liquid lip now. Yeah, this smells quite bad as well. It smells like paint as well. It's not a bad colour. It's not a bad shade. It would be the perfect colour for autumn or for Halloween as well. It'd be that kind of perfect shade. It smells bad. The lip liner smells bad as well, which I'm quite surprised at. The foundation, it wasn't bad. It did what I said. It's a BB cream that's light to medium coverage, which is exactly what it did. I could still see some freckles and redness after putting it on. The bronzer, it's not bad. It blended out. It did what it was supposed to do. The blush, it wasn't bad either. Both of the highlights were quite nice. That shimmer palette that I put on as well was really nice. The eyebrow pencil, I'm so surprised at how well that eyebrow pencil worked for only €1.50. The eyeshadows, they're not amazing. I'd give them a skip, as well as the mascara. The mascara, I think they kind of paid off as a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. But it's not as good as that. It's just a basic mascara. And then I think it's just the lips, and I wouldn't recommend the lip kits either. When specifically not this one. I don't know, it just smells really bad. I got one of these before as well, and it didn't smell as bad as this one does. It's Primark makeup. I mean, it's cheap. You're paying for the price. It depends on what you want. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, if you don't want to buy a high end, then it's not bad. It's affordable makeup. You're paying for what you get. It really just depends on what you want. Like I did pull off this look. I was able to create this look with it, so it's not terrible makeup. It just depends on if you want cheap makeup that where you're able to do a face, or if you want high-end makeup where it's looks better. as I said, it just depends on what you want. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks guys.